Lions TV. We are sponsored by Regal Elevators and Lifts Consultants Limited, a company that is owned and operated by an absolute lunatic, and he's a Millwall fan as well, just like every single one of the sponsors that you can see on the screen right now. If you are going to do a bit of business in 2025, then please keep it in the Millwall family by checking out all of our sponsors' website links in the description below. This is your preview show looking ahead to Saturday early afternoon's kickoff in the FA Cup fourth round as we take on Leeds United at Ellen Road. As always, let's kick off the show by taking a look at the 11 that Alex Neil might pick to start the match. Okay, so a break from league action. Is it a welcome break? I would say no. I said this in previous videos. I'd rather bounce straight on to Plymouth away on Wednesday, followed by West Brom at home on Saturday, just going off our current league form and the momentum and the confidence we've started to build. It's a little bit of a distraction, this one, for me. I'm not over the moon about it, but I don't get to pick our fixtures, and having beat Dagenham and Redbridge in round 3, it sees us take on Leeds in round 4. So what will the gaffer do? As we know, 8 players through the door. By the way, yesterday, it was my fault. I said 8 in, 2 out. I know that SA left. I know that Bradshaw left. I was just sort of basing it around the last couple of days-ish. You know, just before the transfer window and the transfer deadline day. I did individual videos for SA and Bradshaw a little while back. But you're right, they did leave the club. So it was 4 out. My bad. Maybe I should have explained that a little bit better, but lots of people for the gaffer to choose from. I thought long and hard about who he's going to play right back. I've asked the boys on the group. There's about 6 or so options, none of which I'm over the moon about, if I'm honest. But if you don't know, Tristan Kramer is cup-tied. He played the FA Cup for Exeter, most recently in their 3-1 win over Gary Rowett's Oxford in round 3. They're actually still in the tournament, and they face Nottingham Forest at home next Tuesday. And also Aaron Connolly played in Sunderland's 2-1 home defeat to Stoke City. So they are both cup-tied. So no Kramer at right back, no Danny Mack, and no Ryan Leonard, and no Anferno Dirkstill through the door as well. We did bring in Zach Sturge, but he's a left back, and I've looked today, and he's really, or left wing back, but he's really left-footed. He literally uses his right foot to stand on. So I'm not sure whether he'll play that role. He might do. You've obviously got options of Billy Mitchell and George Honeyman as well that could fill in that position, as well as Casper De Noor, as well as Sean Hutchinson, I suppose, maybe, if he needed to. So there is options. Of course, as well, you could change formation and go 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs. I don't think Alex Neil will do that against Leeds. I think it will leave us a bit exposed against a team that are highly attacking and like to get into good areas for their side down the wing. So for me, I don't think he'll do that. I think he'll stick with a formation that's given us success over the last 3/4 league games. So this is the team that I think he'll go with. Jensen in goal. I'm going to go with Billy Mitchell at right back. Then I think it will be Tanganga and Cooper as you were. Joe Bryan left back. Samson De Noor as you were in the centre of midfield. Cundle in a 10. Then I think he'll play Lovelace wide left. I think he'll play the new signing, the new record signing, Kemil Nejli, right wing, as in cutting and shoot on his left foot. And up front, of course, the big fucking Garlic and Herb. I think he'll drop Bangura Williams out. It's nothing against Bangura Williams, but he's come in. He's been brilliant. He's coming out of absolutely nowhere, thrown into the bear pit, done really well for us. But I just feel that Alex Neil, now we've got all these other players, might just remove him from the limelight a little bit. And, you know, he definitely looked leggy in our last game against QPR on that win. So just to protect his own future interests, I think he might drop Bangura Williams out. That number 2 shirt, the right back, is massively up for debate. I think we'll see Nejli come in. As we know, Connolly is cup-tied along with Kramer. Let me know in the comments what you think the right back position should be and who should fill it. Let's move on to our opposition. As we've already mentioned, it's Leeds United. Managed by Daniel Farker, Leeds United currently are flying high at the top of the Championship. I know it's a cup match in the last round, by the way. They scraped through, and I watched that game as well. I actually backed them and Man City to both win +3. Man City won about 8-0 against Salford, and Leeds scraped past Harrogate with 1 goal from League 2. So, cup, it could be out the window in terms of league form, and hopefully that's definitely the case, because in the last 5 league games, Leeds have won 4 and drawn 1, scoring 14 goals along the way, including at the weekend a 7-0 drubbing of Cardiff at Ellen Road, and most recently was last night. they won 2-0 on the road against Frank Lampard's Coventry. So I'm hoping, not that I don't think we're capable of going up there and getting a result anyway, especially with our newfound confidence, the way we're playing now under Alex Neil and all the new hype and excitement of the new signings coming in, and obviously the players' quality that come through the door. But I'm hoping that Leeds might, not toss it off, but I think they might go, let's focus on the league. We're in a very good position. Of course, they played midweek and we didn't, so they're probably going to want to rest a couple of players. Midweek? What is today? It's Thursday. Yeah, they played last night. It's Wednesday. We haven't played midweek, so potentially, I know they've got a big squad, but we have now as well. So I'm hoping that Leeds might go, do you know what, let's give a few fringe players the opportunity. Make no mistake, their fringe players are still fucking very, very good players. But I'm hoping that might be the case. I'm hearing we've sold around 1,800 tickets. Of course, it is a 12:15 kickoff on Saturday morning. Enjoy your trip up. Everyone travelling over here. Loads of people on the 8:37, I think. I'm driving up tomorrow with Henry. We've got a hotel. Funny enough, I booked a hotel. I just put in Ellen Road in booking.com. And it come up, I booked it, 70 quid, 2 miles from the ground. It's actually in Huddersfield. So I'll try and find a little Ruby House Friday night in Huddersfield. And I'll be straight at the game Saturday and then flying back down the M-something on the way home on Saturday afternoon. Hopefully, with us being in the hat for round 5. And it's about that time. Let's move on to a prediction. And so, this is your pre-match prediction. And here we go. We're going to go through. We're going to beat Leeds United on penalties after a 1-1 draw. I'm going Nesley to get our goal. Leeds to beg us back late. The game to go to extra time. A Leeds onslaught to ensue. But us to hold firm, take the game to penalties. I'm going to go for Jake Cooper to get the winning penalty. Hopefully better than the penalty he took against, was it Leicester years ago in the Cup at home? Leicester? It wasn't Leicester, it was Brighton. What am I talking about? We beat Leicester. Brighton was a couple of years later. Anyway, I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to progress to round 5. And that steam train under Alex Neil, Steve Gunn and James Berylson will just keep on rolling. And so that's your lot for this previous show. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please be sure to check out the fan score predictions from the other boys at Lions TV. Yes, I've talked them into it. That will go out in and around this video. And if you think you know what the score's going to be, don't be shy to have a bash at that in the comments below. All that's left for me to say is I will see you in Leeds on Saturday if you're going. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.